After nearly a year and a half of construction, the new visitor entry is now complete. The visitor entrance is a beautiful new entrance to welcome the public and the people that work in this building to the Capitol. One of the neat features of the visitor entrance is the county map before us. The county map was cut with a water jet process and then inlaid into the floor, as you see here. With the completion of the visitor entry, we also completed the construction of the tunnel. The tunnel is now open for public use. We're at the top of the 4,000 square foot dance floor scaffold that we installed to give us access to the top part of the room. The scaffold allows us to do the plaster repair to the 100-year-old decorative ceilings up here. As you can see, we've also spent the summer applying the really beautiful historic paint schemes that you can see nearing completion behind me. The wreaths are actually one of the neat improvements. When the wreaths finally all got individually hand painted, people are noticing the wreaths and saying, oh my gosh, those are really beautiful. We never noticed those before. At the top half of the chambers, we've also repaired stained glass ceilings. We've upgraded the fire sprinkler system. We've installed new AV speakers. We have installed new LED lights to backlight the stained glass. Also, in each chamber, we have removed the existing glass walls that made up the old press boxes, so the gallery is now open on 4 sides like it was 100 years ago. Then we've restored the plaster walls and applied those paint schemes where the press box originally was. This is committee room 450. The plaster moldings that you see applied to the ceilings above us are original to the building, but they do create some interesting constraints for us. They are fully adhered to the concrete deck above. One of the areas that we needed to be creative on was how do we provide power in the ceiling, how do we provide HVAC, how do we provide sprinkler. Usually those things go above the ceiling. There isn't space above the ceiling. So in here we got to put on our thinking caps and work with some of our trade contractors on solutions for putting sprinkler and HVAC and power. At the beginning of construction in this area, we demoed a wall just to the north of me and made this room about 50% bigger. In the north bay of this room, the new bay, we needed to take the historic paint themes and extend them into the north bay. That included replication of the 100-year-old plaster decorative molding. In addition, this room will have an upgraded AV package to it. We will be installing speakers, new cameras, new TVs, and all of the backbone required for those systems. The rehabilitation in the level 4 rotunda is almost complete. All of the scaffold has been fully removed from this level, allowing us to complete our restoration of the marble floors, the marble balustrade. We have cleaned all of the signs in the area. We've completed our work in the art niches as well, with the installation of the upgraded art lighting in each niche. Our restoration work in this area also includes the complete restoration of all 8 of the antique light fixtures that you see behind me. Those fixtures arrived back about a month ago and they really make the area complete. We have cut the hole from the level 1 to the ground level. We are in the process of installing the marble floor up to that opening. We will be installing a new marble and steel handrail directly behind me that will make that sort of connection from the historic parts of the Capitol down to the ground level complete. Our work in the ground floor here includes the installation of the white marble on these dog houses and these columns. When we finish work in this area, we'll be installing a 14-foot bronze state seal. The state seal will be viewable from all levels of the building. All of the balcony areas will be able to look down and see the completed and beautiful space. We are here finishing up our work in the blue room. The decorative parts of the ceiling are truly in view with all the new paint schemes applied to them. We're in the process of just finishing up some of the murals on the walls behind me. We have installed the final light fixtures in this area. We're in the process of prepping some of the doors for installation of new doors, and we'll be very close to turning this space over in a few months. We are here in the level 4 south committee rooms. We have completed all of the plaster work on the ceiling, the plaster repair work. We have upgraded all of the ceiling grills and all of the lights. We have completely restored the original stained glass in this room and added a piece of glass to it actually, so that it will continue to be beautiful and in good shape for another 100 years. We've also completed all of the in-wall work that's necessary to make the new TVs that are scheduled for this space, the new cameras, the new speakers, everything function like it should. We've also installed all of the structural steel necessary to carry the new glass walls that frame in this room. This is the multi-purpose space. This area is complete with 2 large conference rooms as well as the large meeting space here. We like this meeting space because when the divider is open, it will seat around 200 people. When the SDC sound rated wall is closed, we have the option of having 2 smaller seating places. One of the neat stories about this space is when we entered the space and started demolition, we found 3 concrete columns that were not on the original structural plans for this building. These 3 columns are about where I'm standing, and they do support the treasurer's vault right above us. So we spent some time with the architects and structural engineers at FSB, got a plan for the reinforcement of the overhead beams that would provide the support that the vault needs, but also allow us to remove those concrete columns and open this space up the way it's intended to be.